Check the mic and make sure.
We interrupt this regular scheduled program to bring you this important message.
Hello, everybody.
Biggest panda I've ever seen. Look at that now. Hold on.
Look, there's money on it!
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
We're here on Sunday night. Well, something else is going on, though. I can't think. What is it? Oh, that's right. Sarah is going to eat spicy bread later on in the show. And we have Gary. Later.
Oh, later?
Oh, you want to get it over with?
We got to see her. She's got to be here for your first bite.
Yeah, definitely.
We're waiting on Anna. So Gary from Rampage Reseller. Is it Gary? Are you both resellers?
Yeah.
Okay, so
full time.
Gary and Anna from Rampage Resellers and AKA Bread Company are here with us. They, of course, made the bread that Sarah is going to be eating. It's a banana bread, right? So it's a banana bread with chilies in it.
So it's just plain banana bread with. I can see the speckles in it from here.
I don't want to fall off.
3 full ghost chili peppers in it, and 2 chili tapine peppers. But it smells normal, right?
Yeah, it smells like bananas.
Yeah, and it'll taste like banana too for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, tonight we are combining our 2 favorite subjects on this channel, food and reselling. See that? See how we make that seamless transition from
right?
And you guys thought all this food talk was for nothing. You can
I might not
combine.
make it, though.
Yeah.
No,
Sarah might not make it. I think she'll be fine considering all the insanely spicy things she eats. And then
I do eat a lot of very spicy things.
And she doesn't learn her lesson either. Like she'll eat it and she's like, wow, this is really spicy. And then like later on in the day for like she's reheating the leftovers and eating the rest of it. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then the next day I'm like really ill.
Yep. Oh yeah. We had when we lived up by Phoenix, there was a Thai place and they had like that 1 to 10 scale. And one time I was like, just make it whatever you got that's the hottest. And from out in like the kitchen was separate. It was like you could smell it, and it was making the ice water out in the restaurant part. And it took me a couple of days to eat all that because I took it back to work. I was running late, and I was just like, grab a bite and like, try to work. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Let's do this again.
Well, I didn't know that there are actually ghost peppers in Vindaloo. I eat Vindaloo all the time, and I always get like between like a 7 and a 9. And I was like, I wonder what kind of peppers they use in Vindaloo. And that is one of the peppers that they use. It has a different name though, too, right?
I don't know.
Ghost pepper.
Always
it's
call
like
it ghost pepper.
Yeah, it's called.
It's good enough. It's more intimidating that way.
It's called. Hold on, I just looked it up. It's also called. It's boot jolokia. I don't know how to say it. BHUTJOLOKIA.
There you go.
So.
Sounds close enough to me.
Oh, it's from India originally, so that makes sense that they would use it in Vindaloo.
Yeah, see that? Jimmy sums up tonight perfectly. He says fire, bear, banana bread. It's perfect.
Right? I'm surprised he didn't have extra fire with that.
Yeah. So Hani's here. She says hello. Jimmy is here. He says hello, everyone. Rosie says yo.
Yo, Rosie.
Jimmy's better half
Hi,
is here.
Jen.
Jen's here. Hey. Misha's here. Hi, Misha. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Sarah, you better survive this so you can come see us.
I just was talking to Jimmy like 2 seconds ago, and I said I'm going to die, so you might not see me alive.
That's right.
You're going to do fine. Remember, this is only
everyone's support. They're like, it's going to be okay.
This is just version 1.0. So I've
Right.
already sitting in the cart. I've already got it ready to order, but I've got the Reaper powder ready to order.
I'm fairly certain she's going to be out on that one because she has had a bout with Reapers, and it didn't go well. So,
No, I mean, I had it. I had like a tiny bit. It was like some Reaper honey sauce.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was terrible.
see, the lady at the talk. Well, let me say hello to First Impression Films. How's it going? So. The lady at the taco shop we went to didn't sell it well because she was like, yeah, it's really hot. She's like, I had some and I had to run next door to the bar to get some milk because we didn't have any. And so Sarah was like, oh, and then she dipped her fork in it and tried it. She's like, it's really good, but it's really, really spicy.
Well, it took like a while, like, I don't know, like maybe a couple of minutes for me to actually like experience the spiciness of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm getting really stressed out with all these people that are coming in.
It's okay. Just think, it's already been done.
You got to understand that
right
it's 25
Like,
times more entertaining if you can't handle it. But I already know that's not going to happen, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh man, like Carrie and Dave are here. I'm scared.
You're
all the
gonna
big
do great.
superstars.
William's here. Says
Just
hello,
leave
everyone.
before I eat it.
Ed's here. Says hello, hello, Adam, Sarah, and Gary. Hi, Ed. Carrie is here. Says hey, everyone. Kathy's here. Says
about to
hello.
die,
Hi,
guys.
Kathy. And NC Picker, or the NC Builder, or the NC Flipper, is also here, and he's wondering why Carrie's here because he needed to charge his phone. I guess Carrie's one of those people that charges the phone and sets it down and leaves. So,
Hey,
Jen's here.
You're gonna get to eat it in just a second. I heard her.
Oh, great.
Horizon
So
Picks in
scared.
the house. Happy Sunday, all. As a PA resident, I will say go Steelers.
I'm like holding
Hello
my
to-
fork like I'm ready.
Pickers in the chat. Hello. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Misha says, "Don't stress." I agree. Everybody's
Well, you're not eating it, Adam.
no. Misha says it. I didn't say it. Oh, I
You
did
said
say I
you
got it. I agree.
Yeah,
But I've seen you eat something that literally made my eyes water just looking at it or smelling it. There's just no way this is gonna. I can't see it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's been a front the whole time.
It's not a front.
Rosie
I have a
says
high tolerance for pain and a high tolerance for spicy food. So
Rosie says you can do it. It's all in your head. You handle hot all the time. Val's here because I'm addicted to lives. That's right. Hi, Val's. Mark's here. Says good luck. Just don't look at it in the eye.
it doesn't have eyes.
It does.
It used to, but they sunk in its head.
Oh,
They were there.
I just gave it some eyes. I don't know if you can see.
That looks delicious.
Mm.
I'm terrified. I'm so scared. I might cry a little bit.
Susan's here. Says hello all.
Hey, Susan.
Tina Bina in the house. Hey guys.
Tina, I'm gonna die now.
Mark wanted to know if the barfing started yet.
Just remember, when I did it, I got sick on avocado right beforehand. So I pre-barfed before I did it.
Oh,
You're good.
That's great.
Was it bad? Was the avocado bad?
I like to eat avocado, and
Me too. Yeah.
they looked perfect. And we started eating. I was like, I don't feel right. So I got sick. Then we did the live. The next day we went out and had sushi and had avocado, and I ate one piece and had to open the car door. I was like, I'm not going to make it. So I don't know. My body just doesn't want avocado anymore, which is horrible because I liked it.
Avocado is one of those foods that there's a very small margin between perfect and absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours can make a difference. Like, have you ever gotten sushi with like avocado in it? And like, if you set it in the refrigerator for an hour or two, it's brown.
Yeah, it's brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Val's totally forgot today was Hot Bear Cookie Night. No, it's Hot Bear Bread, but you are correct. Today's the day. Carrie's draining his phone pre-podcast so he can leave early. I guess things aren't going so well at the Trash for Kath podcast. That can't be because that's a great podcast. The Brains of the Bread. Hey, Anna, says Horizon. Here's the let's get this trending hashtag pre-game barfing.
She is the bread winner.
And Dave wants you to know that him and Carrie eat ghost peppers in the hot tub. Does the the Trash for Cash podcast studio have a hot tub?
Yeah, guys, where is this hot tub? Is it in?
Yeah.
Which state is it in?
Yeah. Is this?
Or you guys each have your own separate hot tubs?
Wait a minute, I get it now. So that when you guys record the Trash for Cash podcast, it's everybody's in the hot tub together. I think that's how it's working. You guys got a big budget for that studio, that's for sure. That's truth. Add lemon to the avocado. That will make you less sick.
No, that makes it not brown.
I know.
Ah.
Rosie has a question for Dave. Are you a Twitch streamer now? Awesome image, Dave. We'll admit when avocado turns to poop. Yeah, it certainly does. No way the NC Picker eats spicy food. No Twitch for Dave. Man can only absorb so much failure. There is not one shadow in that room with that light bulb you have. He loves my new lighting.
It's so bright,
it's
though.
so bright.
It makes me look yellow.
Does it look bad? I don't think it looks bad.
No, it doesn't look bad.
So, anyways.
It's just a lot.
Selling our hot tub on eBay, and they edit out the hot tub. All right. Well, should we talk about you guys a little bit before the bread, or do we just jump into the bread? I think we should wait on the bread.
I like stalling her out. So there's actually, okay, I probably shouldn't say, but myself and Dark County have a bet on how long until the bread starts to get eaten. I can't say how long
eat it right
is.
now.
Yeah, but that's not fair because you can stall this as long as you want. You can be like, oh, hold on.
I'm eating it.
I have to go to the bathroom. Can you guys wait 20
No,
minutes?
I wouldn't do that. But if you'd like us to answer questions first, that's fine.
I'm getting ready to eat it. I got
There's 30 people in here. Let's give it 5 more minutes. Let some people, because I know, we've only been 12 minutes in, so let some people filter
I like
in.
how everyone else is deciding my fate. Why can't I decide my own fate?
This one's going to taste so good.
Sarah, go. We have 4 minutes. Hurry. Oh,
I'm
you
so
can't.
afraid of this.
Yeah, tell me those things. All right. Well, can you handle 5 more minutes?
Yeah, Adam,
Okay.
I can handle it.
All right. So
You know
let's.
how you get really stressed out, like before you get like blood work or you have to go to the doctors for a procedure? That is how I'm feeling right now.
It's the same. It's like going into surgery eating this bread. It's crazy.
It's like when you go for like your annual like exam. You're like, what are they gonna find? Like, you're so stressed out.
See, you get stressed out about that. I don't get stressed out about that, but
Same.
I don't know. So we ask
Blood work thing.
everybody that.
I'm like, that's all you're going to take? That's all you need?
Oh, we got a bot. The bot wants you to eat the bread too, I think.
Oh my.
Goodbye. So we ask everybody that's first time guests on the show, how'd you get into reselling? Like, what made you pick this insane career of reselling?
Me first?
Yes,
Me
you
first.
first.
I don't know. My parents had a small engine repair shop, so I did that when I was a kid, helped them out. But for me, it was just extra money to go racing. I could dump money into the car, and it was easier to do that than to fix other people's cars. So I could. So then I'm doing double the work, to get my car faster, and then just off and on as I have needed to, to pay bills or just extra money for projects or to buy more cars or whatever.
Okay.
That's how I got into it. And then the last place I worked, I got so fed up with the way it was ran. And I was like, if I woke up, it was to the point where we were trying to buy the house. And if I woke up and I had one sale, even if it was like $10, it didn't matter because that was enough to get me through that bad day of work. And as soon as the house closed, I was like,
Bye. Oh yeah, because like they were probably checking to make sure you were still employed and everything.
Yep.
Like, that's what they were doing with me. Like even up until the day of closing, like they like double check and triple check now because of that whole thing that happened with mortgages before. They're like very strict now.
Yeah. I had to stay for 27 days after. So I gave like a month notice because we moved. The first truck was all the 26-foot truck was all video games and toolboxes, and reselling stuff. And then her charger was full of clothes. That's all we brought.
Okay.
So my work was right across the freeway from the old house. So at lunch, I would go pack a load in the truck and then bring it home after work. So it was 27 truckloads.
Wow.
And then I loaded. I didn't even bring my toolbox home. I dumped all the tools out of the drawers into some storage bins and put them on the forklift, and that was it. See you guys later.
Nice.
So how about you, Anna? Or did you just get in because Gary made you?
No, well, I got introduced to reselling because of him, and then it was just kind of like, learning little stuff. But now I see it as like he sees it like, oh wow, like it's just going out and finding treasures. So I just see it as a whole different perspective now. Like I enjoy it more, and like I don't know. It's like he says, finding that one treasure, like. Especially for me, it's the jewelry, like who doesn't love jewelry, right? Like, and it's like 25 cents and it's like score, like,
yeah.
So that's how,
yeah. How, now we never asked this question. How did you get into bread making?
I like baking. And I think one Christmas, I just started baking. It was just random. And I took it to work. Everybody loved it, and then that's how everything started. And from there, it's been a big hit. So
nice.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
The chocolate chip one is no longer with us. So
I can imagine
it didn't make it long in this house. So yeah, it was quite good. So I recommend the bread highly. Well, at least the chocolate chip one. I'm sure the other ones are just as good though. Flippin' Sports Guys here says hello everyone. Heather's here. She said, "Did I miss the bread?" No, you did not.
No, Heather, you didn't.
We're stalling a little. Val says, "Have you ever had surgery, ma'am?" No, but I ate hot bread once. And Horizon Pick with the tag. This guy is no Vash Tech. It's true. We had a Vash Tech, but let's see here. Tell the truth about can't wait for the bread to arrive. Oh, it's here. It's in the building, Ed.
He ordered a 6-pack.
Oh, he ordered the 6-pack. Okay.
It shipped yesterday.
He's going to be pretty excited then. Profit Picker's here, says hello, everybody. Hello. And Trish is here, says, hey, y'all. All right. So do you want to get it over with?
I would probably start head first, but
I'm gonna eat like an ear. Is that okay?
You gotta dive in there head first.
How about I'm eating 2 ears? I'm eating 2 ears, okay?
Here.
I'll eat 2 ears in the tip of the
Ready?
head.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I've definitely been into a pepper. It's definitely hot. Okay. Wow, it's really hot. Okay. Let's just see if I can deal with it. It's hot. It's actually, I don't know if it's probably about what I expected.
Are you dying? Are you going to make it?
I'm not dying.
Should I tell Jen and Jimmy that we're not going to see them?
It's definitely, it's hot, but I do feel like I could probably eat the rest of it. I don't know, like if it's going to get hotter or not.
I have faith in you.
Well, so
all you need.
You guys said the eyes
watering.
were 2 different peppers, right?
Yeah.
Did I get to that part yet?
Well, they said when they put the eyes in that they sunk and they could be anywhere now. So you may have
did?
one of the.
I think I ate them because I heard.
I think you did. You beheaded that thing.
It is hot. I tasted like a chunk.
Yeah, you hit the
like
peppers.
a dried chunk.
Yep.
So it's probably going to get less spicy as it goes down as you go down the bear now.
You got one of the peppers.
Two,
right?
1 or 2.
There should be 2.
There should be 2.
It's definitely bad. But
you're holding it together so good.
Thank you. It's really bad. Like I'm drooling a bit,
You're not gonna puke on camera, are you? Because
No.
that's all I'm concerned about.
My whole problem is with the thing right now. It's not the burning; it's the drooling. Like I'm starting to drool.
Viral
Like,
YouTube live. Here we come.
Like it's
You want him? We can help
like
you.
it's. I mean, if I wasn't drooling so much, it is definitely spicy. I am feeling like hot.
There's a vintage shirt right there next to you. You can wipe your mouth with.
So, have you eaten it, Anna? Have you eaten your own bread?
I couldn't
really?
finish it. I don't know. I just handed it off. I couldn't. Words wouldn't come out.
It's super hot. Okay, I'm just gonna
It's
sit
like
here.
a good hot, right?
Honestly, for me, no.
Okay.
Just because I don't like banana, but like I mean, if I like banana, maybe. It's just a lot. It's like more burning and drooling than it is like I can't, like taste it right now. But it's definitely hot.
Susan has a question for you guys. Did you already say what kind of pepper is in it?
There's 3 ghost chilies in it and 2 chili tapine peppers.
There you go. Heather says, you are so much braver than me. Mark says, turn the snowman on. She'll be heading there soon.
Now, if I eat the whole thing, do I get a prize?
No.
We didn't talk about this before behind the scenes.
More banana bread.
More banana bread? There you go.
And Gary, did you eat the whole thing or no?
No,
I
he
couldn't.
passed it.
No,
yeah.
She said she would eat the legs. And then, of course, she ate it and went, oh, this is really good. It's not that spicy.
It's still like really burning.
Yeah. It looked spicy when they got it. Like there was this like oil kind of like on the edge of the bear after you vacuum sealed it, and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be spicy.
It definitely. Yeah. I actually thought it was gonna be worse though.
Yeah.
No, my mouth does keep watering.
Yeah, if you go
But
back
not being able to chew it would be terrible.
Yeah, that was horrible. Like, yeah, if you go back and watch that video and laugh a lot, like you'll see, like you're making it look like it's nothing.
Thanks. Like I said, I have a high tolerance for pain and a high tolerance for spicy things. I do want to go drink milk, though. I'm not going to lie.
Jen says her mouth is watering just watching this. First impression film loves me, and then this guy says something. I don't know what that means.
He says, go.
That's right.
Eat
Something
more.
about it. That guy says nothing is what that guy says. Oh, well, let me block him. Why? No, probably because it was highlighted. Let's try now. There we go. No, still won't let me block him. Can somebody block him?
For this guy?
Yeah,
What?
I got him. There we go. Yeah, that's nice, StreamYard. Thanks.
Wait, did it work?
It did not. I put him in timeout, but you can try and block him if you'd like.
All
Don't highlight it again.
Sorry.
Oh, Ed's got him. There we go.
Okay.
Never mind. Ed was
Okay.
we were quicker
I
than Ed.
blocked Ed. Did I block Ed?
Yes, you blocked Ed.
Oh, for the love. See what these peppers are doing to me?
Hold on. I'll get you back, Ed.
Ed, I'm sorry. I'm just drooling so much. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, how do I unblock Ed now?
Oh, no. Ed, I'm so sorry.
We'll
Why
blame
would
it
you
on
do
the
that,
on the bear.
Now I gotta find Ed. Oh.
Oh my gosh, Ed, I'm sorry. My mouth is still burning.
Okay.
It's
Give me a
less though
second.
now.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry, Ed. Sorry.
The peppers in the head kick in really fast, like instant,
Yeah.
and then the ghost comes on way later. So
Yeah, the head peppers are like severe. But now it's like tolerable. I just wish that I would stop like drooling. That's the only problem I have. Can we get Ed back?
I'm working on it.
I'm sorry. Oh, there's another bot.
Ed should.
He
Jimmy
says,
said
I think it says
Jimmy-
nice site.
Wow. I think
so annoying.
Ed, try and comment. Let me know if you're back.
I'm sorry, Ed.
If you're not, send me a message on Instagram. I think you're back though. If you're not, there he is.
Yay, Ed.
Yay.
Sorry, Ed.
Okay, so when the tragedy averted, so there we go. Are you gonna eat the rest of the bear?
I could probably continue, to be honest with you.
That was the worst part, was the head.
Mhm.
So you're probably fine.
I'm going to eat some feet.
Okay, let's eat some feet. She's just diving in now. I told you she'd be fine.
See,
She's
look,
like,
there's the
sure.
feet.
Yeah, once-
There's the feet.
Once you get past that head, that's it. After that,
Her expressions are killing me. She's like,
The feet's like the feet is like nothing. Let's just wait a second and see what happens
Yeah, no,
before I eat another foot.
the head's definitely the worst part.
Well, the head is rough. Actually, the feet are delicious.
See, so you got the good part. I got stuck with the bad part.
The feet are good.
while you're
I'm
eating,
really-
you guys have a question for Rampage. How long was your transition from part-time to making the same or more income as your full-time job?
I mean, we were like really part-time in it. So the last place I worked at, when I got hired on a few months into it, the owner decided I'm selling the company. And right then's when COVID hit. He said, I'm not paying anyone any vacation time, anything. If you get sick, you're on your own. Yeah, I'm dealing with that now still. I'm still dealing with that.
I mean,
That's
I'm
awful.
foot.
But so we got sick. Like a couple days after that, we got sick, and he goes, "Go get tested." And then he remembers how that all started. There weren't enough tests. Tests weren't being done right, so we waited 3 weeks to find out that our tests were inconclusive.
Oh, nice.
And he goes, "Well, you can't come back until you get retested." And there were no tests. I couldn't get it anywhere.
Right.
So it was about 5-6 weeks, and we were getting real low on money. She was finally able to go back to work. I was like, "Hey, let's try hitting a yard sale if we can find one," because they even had shut them down. Like they would give people tickets out here if you had a yard sale going on.
Wow.
And yeah, so nothing.
Tickets.
We had to drive around and try to find someone with some stuff in their garage. We started and we went from $20 that first year to, I think we finished at about $23K part time. Because right after we started, like a week later, he goes, "All right, I guess you can come back. It's been long enough."
Yeah.
So we're almost 2 months in at that point. And then after that, we just kind of kept part timing it, going and going. And then we already knew when we bought the house that was going to be it. As soon as the house was signed and done, that I was through with it. But yeah, for a long time I was going to work, and if we got a paycheck from work, it was like, okay, I guess that just gets set to the side. You know, it's extra house money.
Right.
And we were selling everything, games, old Wagnerware pots and pans. What didn't matter to us, whatever we could find to make some money on.
Yeah.
Like most of us do.
And did you say how long the transition was between the part-time and full?
Of the actual part-time, so what, like a year, maybe?
Yeah.
About a year of us trying to plan to get the house. Because up until then, it was like we'd sell a couple things on eBay a month. If that, we weren't worried about it. So I'd say probably about a year.
Okay. And how long were you resellers prior to the year? So before you made the transition?
I've been doing it off and on since like 2005.
Okay. So you've been in it for a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah. I'd go hit Walmart and I'd tell them, "I'll stock all your Hot Wheels for you if I can open the cases." I would pull all the good ones out. And back then I had my little book that had all the price guide in it, and I'd take it and pull it out of my pocket, and I'd sit there and pull all the good cars out, and then I'd stock the shelves for them and buy them and then throw them on eBay.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. That's a good idea, actually. I would have never thought of that.
Actually, the legs are better than the feet.
We've got questions about the bread here.
But it's getting spicy again.
Is it just regular bread that it's made from?
Yeah.
So that's not banana bread?
It is banana bread.
Oh, it is banana bread. Okay.
Yeah, it is just regular banana bread.
Okay. First impression wants to know if it's any good.
It is good. The head is a lot to handle. If you like spicy food, the feet are good. The legs are probably better. I do think I need to get some milk, though. Do you guys care if I drink milk? Is that allowed?
Well, it's up to you.
We'll drink for you.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Your mother says, "Daughter, you're going to get heartburn." And then she says, "Hello."
I have Tums.
Vals needs to learn to capture sound bites so I can have. I'm going to eat some feet. That's something I play in as a response.
I'm going to eat some feet.
Jen wants to know if you're doing okay.
I am, but I really could use milk. I mean, I could keep going, but I feel like I've tortured myself enough.
It's up to you.
Go get milk, please. I don't want you to suffer.
I'm getting milk.
Let's see. I wonder if you can still stock for them. I doubt. Ed wants to. I wonder if you could still stock from like Funko Pops and stuff like that and video. I doubt they'll let you.
No, they've changed that a long time ago.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And there was more trick. Like if it was an older person, well, let's say like our age now, stocking, they're like, no, I got it. But if it was like some kid stocking, it was, yeah, go ahead. You can do my job for me. Yeah. So I had to kind of gauge who was there. And that's when they were open 24/7 too.
I don't know. I might be able to finish it with the milk. I don't know if that counts.
So Honey says, Sarah, is that drool or tears running down your face?
No, I don't have any tears, see? Just a little sweaty.
Oh, don't rub the eyes. Don't rub the eyes.
Well, I haven't touched it.
Okay.
I haven't touched it, yeah. I've been eating. That's why I took it out, and I didn't touch it, and I took it out with the plastic with a fork, so. Yeah, I haven't touched it. Yeah, if I rub my eyes, that would be bad.
That would end the show for you.
Actually, this milk is like really working. I'm going to continue eating it.
Now, see, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. She's like, wow, this is really spicy. And she'll eat it for a while. And then like a couple minutes will go by and she'll start eating again. And she's like, man, this is really spicy. And I'm like, what are you doing to yourself?
This is how much I have left.
I can see the peppers from here.
Now I realize why swap meets were always packed when I was a kid. I always thought people were just cheap, but now I know. Yeah. I never really understood. You guys we don't have swap meets out here. We have flea markets, which is essentially the same thing, but slightly different. Flea markets don't really like you to bring merchandise of your own to the thing, but most people do anyways. But do you guys have you guys had a regular swap meet that you were going to like all the time, right?
We just started a few weeks ago.
Yeah, the Tucson.
Where we drive to Tucson.
And it was paying off for you guys?
You can explain when you used to go how it was.
Back in the day before the whole COVID, like it was packed. Now it's like there's like no vendors whatsoever.
Yeah, there'll be like
nothing.
30 cars in the parking lot. That's it.
Oh.
So
that stinks.
It's really died off.
Yeah. People are actually selling their little areas.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do. They do have like permanent areas at swap meets too. That's.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh. And so, are you guys considering getting one, or?
I don't know. It'd be too far to drive with everything going on with trying to. We're working the thing with that store that we put on Instagram, trying to get in and put a restaurant in and.
Yeah. Oh, so you're actually opening a full blown restaurant in there, or because I saw as you were just going to open like a bakery, but you're going to actually do like full on restaurant.
I think it's going to be breakfast and lunch, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That would be awesome.
Nice.
So
are you going to serve like the bear?
Pie sandwiches.
What?
Oh, I said, are you going to serve the bears at the restaurant?
Oh no. No.
Look, I'm almost done. It's really hot though. I'm not gonna lie.
So you said, I'm sorry, I cut you off. So you said sandwiches and like breakfast is so it's going to be kind of a diner type thing and bakery type thing. That's cool. So are you gonna use it as a bakery for like the mail-in business, or are you really just doing the mail-in business just as kind of a caveat to what you do reselling wise? The mail, like you mail bread out to people.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. There's like a lot of extra buildings. If you saw the video on the back, so we'll probably turn one of those areas into a shipping. I think it'll
more
work.
milk.
More milk? What happened?
It seemed okay, but then it's not.
Let's see. Maybe reselling exploded that vendors couldn't get more inventory anymore. Maybe. Is there a lot of resellers in your area? Like, do you because I know like we have a few people that watch the channel that like live. You guys kind of live in rural communities. Do you think there's a lot of people that do what you do in your community, or no?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
There's a few like retired people that do it. They'll go to the storage units and they sell it out of their garage.
Yeah.
But that's for where we're at. That's about it. Like, I think we're in a good spot. At least when people were crazy moving in here, we were doing really good because it was all retiree people. They would come and then they would get rid of all their vintage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So hats, T-shirts, all kinds of good stuff, and they didn't care because they'd had it for 30 years or whatever.
They just
we were doing really good.
So do you guys, when you go to thrift stores in that area too, so is it just equally as good, or is it not so much?
Not so much.
Not so much. The Goodwill that we have, I've talked to the manager of the place. He picked me out. He's like, you resell, don't you? I know we have a look. When we go, we have a look. So I was like, yeah, I resell. He's like, well, especially the shirts, don't even try, because that's where I was at. He's like, everything that we have that looks cool or it's a concert shirt goes online. Everything.
Oh, okay.
So nothing good goes out. So we just stopped going to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And prices keep going up.
Yeah.
That's ours. We have yet to really have that problem. I'm sure it's going to happen someday, but we don't go to Goodwill all that often. But there is
just
one.
The bins.
Yeah, there is one thrift store that does sell on eBay, and you can tell when you get there that like everything name brand is out of there. Like there's nothing name brand left in the store. Like all their shoes, but they miss things all the time. Like I got a really good pair of ASIC or sneakers from there because they didn't know that ASICs was any good. They see the Nike swoop and it's going on eBay. Whereas these ASICs probably sold for more than most of the Nike running shoes that were on their eBay site. Wow. But you just have to kind of hope that they
I mean,
something.
like I have a pair of ASICs and they were like $170. So
yeah. Ed says whenever it's done, send me the address so I can come visit you guys. The restaurant.
We'll have a YouTube hangout. How about that?
Yay.
Yeah, but I think Ed really wants to eat the food. Susan respects you, Sarah, for eating that. Sarah, breakfast is the best.
Sarah, breakfast is the best.
I'm reading two comments at the same time. Mark says breakfast is the best profit percentage in a restaurant. There you go. That is true though. The cheapest stuff and highest profit. Potato Chips is here. It says hi. Hi, Potato Chips, and thank you, First Impression Films. It's been fun, you guys. Got to go see you next time. Thanks for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it. So kind. Rosie says, I hope my Goodwill never goes online. I would die. Yeah. Ed hasn't stepped into a Goodwill in about 3 months. They're horrible in Cali. And yes, he wants the food and a hangout, of course.
We went for Thanksgiving. We went to California, and where we had to go, we were early. It's like, let's go try a couple thrift shops. First one we stopped out was a Goodwill. and they were selling like the $5 Walmart shirts, like single color shirts, for over $8 a piece. And like, as soon as I found that, I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, we're out. We didn't even look at anything else.
Yeah. Our Goodwill, I don't know. The only time we go to the regular stores is if we have like some sort of coupon or if there's some insane sale, like a Black Friday sale or something. But for the most part, it's the same type of thing. Like, you know, they're certain, you can go to them and hope they miss something, or you could just not go at all and go to somewhere else where you know you're going to actually make profit because
still burning. It's like the milk stops it and then it comes back. Like, I'm like, oh, it's over. And then I don't want to drink another glass of milk because, like, I'm like almost halfway through a half gallon of milk at this point. Like that's probably not healthy for me.
Maybe, I don't know. What's the latest thing that, because milk used to be bad for you, now it's good for you, then was bad for you. It's like eggs; they go back and forth with what they recommend,
Well,
whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, I feel like milk is like better now that there's so many of like the no sugar added milk or the ultra filtered milk. I feel like it's better for you now.
Yeah.
That's like what we have. And I feel like it actually works better, like getting rid of the hot feeling. I think the sugar would just exacerbate it.
James is here, says from Washington, PA, love the content. Thanks, James. We appreciate it. Vals agrees our Goodwills and bins and all stores pull all their good that they know of. The things they only know so much and still find, and he still finds much. So Goodwill is online. That is correct. Ed says, welcome to Cali.
Yep.
The only times it's worth during their $1 color sale. But it's about to put but it's an all-out war that day. Crazy people get violent. That's the quietest I've ever seen the dull person.
I feel like if I start talking, I'm gonna start drooling again.
I haven't seen any drool on your come down out of your mouth.
It's not drooling. It's just like I'm like salivating a lot.
Oh
like, a lot of saliva is being produced right now.
Why don't you eat the regular bread? You got a backup piece of regular bread right there.
I do, see. I have a hamburger bun.
It's a chaser.
That's what they said. I was researching this as I was training for it because I was eating hot Takis. I have chips over there, hot chips. I was eating spicy food. I was eating green curry. And then today I was like, what, will stop the burning if it gets too bad? And they said milk, tomato juice, and bread. But this isn't even white bread. It's potato bread. They said, look, white bread.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it should be fine. What's the difference?
I don't want to eat this, though.
Okay, then don't eat it. Just sit there and suffer.
I'm not suffering anymore, really. It's like, it's passing. I think I might have the tomato juice, actually.
Ew.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have tomato juice.
it's passing, but it's still here.
So I got to ask you guys a question. Are you both video game collectors, or Gary, are you the video game collector? Or maybe is Anna the video game collector and Gary doesn't like video games?
It's half and half, I guess. More him than me.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything behind you is not for sale. Is that the way this works?
Not necessarily. I think I already hauled them out of here. No, I've got them sitting right there. I went through the other day, and because the prices keep going up on stuff, so I went through and was just doing the eBay scan. And I was like, oh, well, this is worth $50. I guess it's time to let one go because there are duplicates on some of that stuff.
Okay.
So, and we have 3 storage units. So,
oh, wow.
So if I sell a couple, it's okay. That's why some of the games are leaning now because I pulled a few out. Just make space to bring more out of storage.
So do you guys have an ultimate goal with that behind you? Is it like every game for certain systems, or are you just collecting just because you love to collect video games?
Everything back there except most of the stuff on the top row, everything below that came from yard sales.
Okay.
So that was kind of our thing, is just, I guess, to show people like you can get a big game collection and not pay top dollar for the stuff. You can do it yard sale style and still find it.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing, is how many can we get? I think right now we're up to around 37 or 3,800 titles.
Wow. And are they're all for different systems, I assume. So is there there is really no rhyme or reason? You just whatever games do they have to be vintage, or do you collect the new ones?
Everything. I even have some PS5 stuff sitting here. I won't go out and buy a new console. I wait until the new one comes out and the price drops. That way they've got all the bugs worked out.
Right.
So, like, we don't have a Switch, we don't have the new Xbox, and we don't have a PS5. We have everything before that, all the way back to the Odyssey.
Okay. So you had all the way back. What's an Odyssey? Oh, the Odyssey. We had a box to that. That was, who made that?
Magnavox.
It was like a red box. So we found an empty box for an Odyssey at that a funeral home. Oddly enough.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we just sold the box.
Yeah. That's the only reason I know of its existence. So do you have a favorite console?
I probably regular Nintendo for the old
Really?
stuff. That's what I grew up with. My parents didn't get any new consoles, so it was a new Nintendo, which is the one up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was about to graduate, they're like, "Hey, we got a PS2." But they've been like they kept it in their room and they would bring it to the living room when we go to bed, and then they would play it. So they had it for like 6 months before we even knew. So
cool.
That was it. I went with nothing. So I played NES while everyone else played everything else.
Yeah. Anna, what about you? You got a favorite console?
Yep, the Wii.
The Wii.
Yay.
Just because of the kids, and it's like a family, like you get to enjoy it with the family. So
yeah, you just got to make sure not to put the controller through the television. That's it.
Right.
That's
Wear that wrist strap.
That's okay. I remember when that thing first came out, there was all those things on the internet with the Wii controller sticking out of the big plasma television and stuff. Those were, yeah. And my brother played that for the first time, and he hit me right in the shoulder, like real hard while we were playing tennis, and I'm like, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Rosie says, I'm not sure how Goodwill is as a whole, but I know my local 6 Goodwills are all run by the one parent company, and they do not pull for online, but they send stuff to the city to mark up. Yeah. Ours is the same way. We have like Goodwill of southwestern Pennsylvania, and they're all run by the same people. But I've never seen them on Shop Goodwill yet. Brandy's here. She says the key word is they know of. I can tell you that they miss a lot, including cash and pockets at the bins. Best $45 in a pair of jeans. Best was $45 in a pair of jeans. Yeah, nice. We've done it too. We didn't get cash though. We got a gift card
for $50.
Dick's gift card for $50.
Yeah.
Mark says drool's called spit where he comes from. Rachel, have I missed the bear? Yes.
I'm debating, guys, if I should eat the rest. I just don't know if I can. This is how much I have left. I know. I am so close.
Look at that little belly. It's just like, eat me.
But now I don't have any residual spicy feeling in my mouth. It's all gone.
So you're not going to eat a little piece of the bear for Rachel?
So the timing is perfect. It's like a fresh start.
But the only problem is I actually feel like the tomato juice worked better than the milk.
That's what they say. I think that was.
If I have another can of V8, maybe I'll eat the rest of it. But I have to take it with me because I don't want the animals eating it. Let me check.
It says all the Goodwills in Southern California are run by counties. Some are ridiculous and others are very good, but I think Central and Northern Cal might be better than Southern. That makes sense.
Oh, we're in luck. I have another can.
Rachel's trying to figure out. Good gravy.
All right, I'll eat it. I'm going to eat the rest of it.
James says don't drink any milk.
I already did.
Ed says the Switch is pretty good already. No problems on our end. The PS5 I'll wait because it's not worth it right now.
Yeah.
We have I just got an Xbox S, Series S, and it's glitchy. It's very glitchy. Unfortunately. Like, very glitchy. So, me and my buddy have been playing Far Cry quite a bit, and there's time, like yesterday, every button worked except for the right trigger button. Like nothing, every other button worked with no problem, but if I hit the right trigger button, it did nothing. And it didn't matter what game I was in, the right trigger button just didn't work. So I reset the console like 2 or 3 times. It finally started working again for no reason whatsoever. Rosie says definitely pick up a Switch on something like Facebook Marketplace. I see them regularly for $150. Did you finish it?
Yep.
Ed has an Oculus. That's dangerous. I've seen some Oculus videos that are pretty funny.
Yeah.
There was one on Facebook today where a girl just hauled off and punched her son right in the face by accident.
Oh, dang.
Well, no, it's a virtual reality headset. So you put it on your eyes so you can't see anything. And then you have these two controllers, and she was going like this and she just went like this, and her son was too close and he caught a right hook.
Wow.
You made Rachel very happy, by the way, Sarah.
Oh,
She said, please, Sarah, can I see?
yeah, you're welcome. You know what? This last part wasn't really that spicy. I feel like the head, like you guys said, the head is awful. The feet are good. The legs are delicious. And the stomach is good, but it's not really that spicy.
So everything went to the outskirts, is what you're saying.
I guess.
Wow.
Is that how it's supposed to work?
Mark thinks it's going to be colorful when it comes up.
I don't even. It's not going to. I don't even think I need this tomato juice, but I'm kind of liking it, so I'm gonna drink it.
So I have to say something.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
You got beat by a girl. Yay!
Uh-oh.
It was rough. The head was rough. I'm not gonna lie. Now it's getting spicy again. What is happening here?
I told you the ghost pepper comes on later.
Uh-oh. But
Right?
maybe you got that because you said there was 2 of those other peppers, right?
But the
Towards
way
the head.
pan
No.
is shaped, they would have had to have stayed in the head. So you got lucky
Yeah.
and got them both on the same shot. When
Yeah.
I did it, I got one on the first bite, and I got one on the second bite. So I did that twice.
Yeah, the head's rough. That's for sure.
You got beat by a girl. Sorry, Carrie.
That's okay. Sometimes it happens.
They've been beating. If you're like me, they've been beating us up for our whole life. It's no big deal. A friend of mine just won a whole bin of sports cards on shopgoodwill.com with local pickup and North for sale. So that's cool.
Huh.
I'm not allowed
We never
to buy,
find any around us.
I'm not allowed to buy sports cards anymore. So
No.
because they don't work out ever. There's some sitting over here that never sold. Just football cards. I was actually thinking about putting them on Whatnot to somebody that might actually know what to do with them because I'm just not good at it. Jen's cheering you on. She says, "Go Sarah, girl power."
Girl power.
Sarah, would you have been able to finish it if there was peppers all over the bread instead of just the head?
Probably not.
I'll remember
If
that.
it was, if it was the peppers in the head all over it, no.
See,
My mouth is starting to burn again.
you're giving Jen, you're giving Anna suggestions for next time.
Yes, you were helping us.
Evenly distribute the peppers.
I'm just gonna eat a little bit of this bread.
You're gonna get the bread 2.0, and there's gonna be all these mystery dots evenly distributed throughout the bread all the way down.
Well, it's weird because I put those on the head. I thought it'd be funny to put them where the eyeball holes were.
Yeah.
They would stay there, but it sucked them up inside the bread when it baked. Like they're gone. Like so you wouldn't
Yeah.
even know where they're at in the pan.
Yeah,
The bread takes no prisoners.
the head's rough.
That's right. Where did you get those little the eye peppers? Did you have to order them, or did someone? Because the ghost peppers somebody grew for you, right?
Yeah. The little peppers you can buy at like any of the stores around here.
Oh, okay.
Or at your local farmer's market.
Yeah.
Probably not at our local farmers market, but more
Maybe.
than likely yours.
See, now it's burning again.
I very seldom see like homegrown hot peppers around here. Now that I think about it,
We saw some in our yard,
that's true.
but they were only jalapenos, which is like child's play compared to this.
So, so you guys are speaking of farmers markets. So you're selling the bread at farmers markets now too, right? Not the bear, but the regular banana bread, chocolate, and what you got, an almond or
Walnut.
the metal loss walnut. There you go.
Yeah.
So, do you? I gotta ask. Do you actually? Does that actually do really well? Like, do you guys sell a lot of it at farmers markets? I don't think I've ever been to a farmers market. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
We sold out.
Yeah.
Like everywhere we go, like it. I think only one time we didn't do so good, but because the layout was pretty horrible, But every other time, it's been like, that's it. Within like 2 hours, we sell out.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the top seller?
By farmer market or just regular?
Either. Both.
Okay, so regular, we've made 500.
Oh, okay.
The first time when we
Yeah.
started was 500. And then a farmer's market, like $200, $250.
Yeah, but he's asking
What?
which kind is the best seller.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
Like, because most people buy walnut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the walnut. That was though I didn't buy it because we're not 100% certain that Sarah's not allergic. Not like
I know sometimes like it affects me and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not like she'd be running to the bathroom for an EpiPen allergic, but like the last time she had a lot of walnuts, she was like, I feel itchy and kind of weird.
But I love walnuts. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut out real quick because I want to wash my hands. I think I may have touched it a little bit, but I don't want to touch my face. So just to be sure, I'll be right back.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just hit leaves to there. So, Mark had a guy contact him about, I watched his YouTube channel, has 10,000 postcards he wants to sell. That's awesome. And then Rosie's got another question for you. Do you think you would have gotten into reselling without your love of collecting?
Yeah. Yeah, because when I started reselling, it was Hot Wheels is where I started, and then little antiques at yard sales. And for a while, I wasn't doing any of that. I would go to the scrap yard where I used to live, and they would haul in random cars from wherever, people scrapping them out, and I would just sit out there and pull taillights and headlights and emblems and whatever I could find that was small that I could resell, especially plastic, because they didn't care about the plastic. It didn't weigh anything.
Right.
So they hauled an S70 Volvo out there. It was complete. The engine blew up. So I parted the whole car out. They just set it to the side. They knew I'd come on Fridays, and I parted everything out. And I paid, I think, $5 a piece for headlights and taillights.
Yeah.
And I was selling them for about $120 a piece.
Nice.
While I was there, I would take the pictures from my truck and then stand in the back because the service was so bad and upload them to eBay and then sell them. And I would pay right there with the PayPal card.
Sarah's been doing that at the bins. She's been drafting listings while she's at the bins of stuff that she's buying that she knows is going to go on eBay, and then she'll just get home, take the pictures, and send it out. And it's been working. So did the collecting come first, or did your collection come first, or did reselling come first? Maybe they.
No, I was reselling first because that's back when I was doing a lot of racing.
Okay.
I just didn't have time to play games. The nostalgia thing hadn't kicked in yet.
Right. Yeah, the nostalgia for me is the same too. And like me and Sarah play video games sometimes at night, and like we'll try to play something new and we'll get really angry at it, and then we'll always end up going back to like Mario or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love Mario.
Ed thinks the V8 might be making the pepper spicier.
I looked it up. It said the acid in tomato is supposed to make it less.
V8's got other stuff in it.
Whatever. It's over now. I'm fine.
Kathy wants to know, can we see what you wrote? Yes, Kathy, I can see it. Ed says, our farmer's market's not that great. Fruit always looks bad.
No.
I think that means you need to raise your price. Oh, on the bread. I don't know. Depends. Are there more toppings coming to the bread soon?
Yes, definitely.
Ooh.
So we're
What?
maybe
Oh, that's up to you.
we're gonna.
Well, you don't have to announce it if you don't want to.
So we're gonna be promoting pumpkin bread,
Okay.
banana pumpkin. What's the other one? Peanut butter.
I want to try it. We've tried so we did like pumpkin pie down the middle of the bread, and it was awesome. But I want to try like peanut M&Ms, or not peanut, but peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that she hates peanut butter, so she's out. But
Peanut butter M&Ms are like the best M&Ms.
Yeah.
They're so like fat and like filled with peanut butter. They're like awesome. But if you hate peanut butter, then you probably don't.
You definitely.
And All I can think in my brain is ew.
You'll definitely have to let us know when you do the peanut butter and the pumpkin pie, because that'll be on the next order from us. Val says a good question. Why not sell the bear?
We were thinking about it. I mean, but first we want to promote it and, have a couple of channels try it out, and then that's where we're gonna like start selling it. So
smart.
If it all
like
tasted like a combination between the stomach and the legs, I would eat it. I would eat it again. Yeah, I definitely would. Like, the head was just so, like, biting into those peppers was like, it was a lot. But now I'm okay. I'm like, my nose is running a little bit.
Mark says, I've been feeding my wife green M&Ms for years. No effects. 10,000 postcards is what he lists in a year, so the buy would top off my backstock. Nice. And Ed's in for the peanut butter too. So there you go. Yeah, no, I think you're on the right track there, because if more people try the bread and you get more exposure with the bear bread, it could turn into like the one chip thing, like, or something similar to that, where, people are ordering it just to see if they can handle it. And like, we watched a Yinzer Picker's video on him doing the one chip challenge, and the poor guy, like, his little girl tried a corner of it, and then when her mouth was on fire, she went and grabbed his glass of milk and started drinking it. And then like 3 seconds went by and he ate it. And meanwhile, his girl had already drank his milk, and his wife ate it. She's drinking her milk, and this guy's got nothing. Like, there's not a single thing in front of him. His mouth is on fire. His kids made off with the milk. And I'm like, oh man, that's not good at all. But that thing just looks like a destruction of your stomach. Like, it's black. It doesn't look good.
I don't think I would do that.
Twice.
Like,
you did twice?
It?
Yeah. Yeah, we did it together to try it out, and she made a video that hopefully never gets uploaded.
Oh my gosh. And like, was it awful?
Anna? It was like, so bad that like everybody had their drink or whatever, and there was it's probably going up eventually anyway. I had to cut out a lot of bad words. But I ran to the shower and turned the shower head on and was just standing there. And I was like, that's not enough water, so I unthreaded it, so it's just the pipe spraying water. And then
it's so bad later, Gary waterboarded himself.
I talked about it at work, and they're like, no, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. And I was like, whatever. That was the last place I worked, and it's like, doesn't really matter anyway. And one day the guy shows up and he's like, hey, look what I got for you. So that's how I spent my lunch at work, was eating a hot chip with nothing to drink. Nothing.
Did they have a safety shower there for you?
It was, there was not. It was bad. It was probably not as bad as trying to rinse my mouth out with water by far.
So I heard that the chip goes through different variations. So it started off a little less spicier than it is today. Like, I heard that every year they kind of kick it up a notch. And I don't know. I think it was some sort of scorpion oil or whatever that was on this last one, and it just looked disgusting. I mean, it just looked dangerous. And there's all these warnings all over it and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Somewhere we have the casket boxes. Gotta keep those.
Yeah. So is anyone else eating this bear bread?
We've got a couple. When we did ours on our channel, we called a couple people out.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I want to know who else is eating it.
Well, we were asked. We were asked to be on that live, but we were out of town, so we couldn't make it. So that's why this ended up. And then we like having guests, so we thought, we'll have them on. Maybe you could sell some bread, because we've got people already talking about it here. Jen's making friendship bread and sending it to you to try, Anna. So there you go. Lindsay says, hi, Anna.
Hi. Oh, and Lindsay Ann gave me the idea of doing different candies, like Reese's Pieces and M&M's. So I was like, let's try it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
How many bananas do you go through in a month? It's got to be a lot.
enough to keep the guns in shape.
That's right. So wait, I have a legitimate question. So like every time I've made banana bread, or I know somebody that's made banana bread, it's typically with bananas that have already gone black. Does it have to be made with bananas that go black, or can you make it with fresh bananas?
No on the fresh bananas because they don't have that sweet taste to them. I've always used like the black bananas, like not ripe, almost about to die. Those are the best way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Save the bananas, like those are
So
the
like
best.
right before they go black.
Yes.
That's the best. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've always made them with like, these are mushy, I'm not going to do it anymore. Hey, I'll make banana bread real quick. We got someone playing. You're going to play the accordion for us real quick?
No, we both have the same phone, and it's horrible having the same sounds on both. So I made mine as opposite as I could.
Okay, makes sense. There you go. You have a sustainable and repeatable product, and process so changes processes so chances to succeed are very high. That's true. I agree. If you're making money at it and it's going well, it's great. You were going to say something.
I said that you were asking how many bananas. Our neighbors probably think we have a gorilla in the house. But the last trip that we made was 6 boxes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like the big crates that you see when they get shipping?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot of bananas.
So we'll go in and ask for a box, and then we'll pick all the ones that are getting close, and then we just have to cycle them through to, H. Yeah,
we don't want to leave them outside in Arizona. That won't work out. But looking pretty nasty, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ed says, plus all these YouTubers will be more than happy to try and shout out the bread since they are helping a fellow reseller and small business owner. Absolutely. That's part of the reason they're here. That's why I'm trying it, because I keep hearing about the bread from other resellers. Yep.
Cool.
Mark says it was scorpion pea that's on the chip, apparently. Heather's taken off. Thanks, Heather. We appreciate it. There we go. Val says, my channel has 54 subscribers, but I'd throw down on some bread if you're looking for people to do a challenge vid. So, where did my link go to you guys? Well, that's great.
I'm trying to remember who all. I don't remember who.
KT.
So she challenged KT Treasures. I challenged Ella from Save Here First, and I got to give her a hard time because she was like, "Oh, I can eat that bread so much better than you guys, and it's nothing." She thought that it had habaneros in it, and when we told her no, those are ghost peppers, she actually left the chat. Like she just she vanished for a couple days, and she's like,
"Oh man,
I'm not doing that." So Save Here First. Giovanni's gonna fill in for her on that.
Wow. Yeah, it is, like I said, it's all about the appendage of the bear that you get.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why the legs. I wonder why I mean, do you think, Anna? Do you think that's a product of just baking, or do you think it's just maybe the one bear that she got didn't have as many peppers in the legs as it did in the head?
No, because I think we distribute them equally.
Yeah, it looks equal. Like the whole thing looks equal. Yeah.
So it's got to be part of the baking process. Then maybe the heat of the
Or
metal
maybe I'm
pan
just
is pulling
insane.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just thinking that it tastes different, but it doesn't.
No,
But
but
no,
the
definitely
bottom,
the
the
head.
feet, they taste really good. Like when I tasted it, I was
The
like,
feet
"Oh,
were
this
great.
is really good." I don't know why you're sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now we know from 2 people that the legs were the easiest.
Yeah. Actually, I'd say this stuff, the lower abdomen of the bear is probably the most flavorful and least spicy, but still very spicy. But if someone's going to do with a challenge, I would definitely recommend eating the head first and just getting it over with.
Yeah. That would be a good approach, I think. For anybody that just joined right now, no one's talking about a real bear here. It's a bred bear. Everyone's like,
I ate a
eat
real
the
bear."
abdomen of the bear first, then the legs, then the head. I did put a Rampage Reseller YouTube link in the chat for those of you that haven't checked out these guys. Great channel. You have a live show. Well, you and Jimmy trade off between what channel you go to on Sundays, and then you have a Thursday live as well, and a Tuesday, correct?
Yeah. So Tuesday is the hangout chat. Just talk about what we got going on or whatever, and then Thursday is when we do our auction. Mm-hmm. This Tuesday though is going to be a little later because I've got to. I got my email from Whatnot, so I have so I've got to go and do my talk with them.
So is it your onboarding or are you having a discussion?
It's the onboarding.
Oh, okay.
So I checked and I was like, cool. And I went and looked, like they're both at 5 and that's when my shows start. So so I pushed Tuesday back. And then Anna has her own channel, no videos yet, but she does have her own channel.
Let's throw that one up here too.
Yeah.
I'll throw that link up here as well. I got it pulled up. I had them all pulled up beforehand, and they didn't stay for some reason. I think I had to pull the Raiders and Charger game score out of my browser and down to my other screen because I didn't really want to talk about this, but yeah, the Steelers will get into the playoffs if somebody wins this game. That doesn't matter who, as long as they don't tie, they're in. So I'm literally watching this game, just waiting for it to go final and somebody to win. I don't care who wins. I just care when somebody wins. So yeah, I've been glancing down at it just to make sure someone's still leading and we don't have a tie score. So that second link is the link to AKA Bread Company. Are you going to be doing regular baking content mainly, or are you going to be doing like promos like for the company, or what's the vision for the Bread Company channel?
It's going to be a little bit of promoting the banana bread. I also want to start doing Mondays, which I'm going to call, and it's in the process of working, or the process of still working on it. It's called Inspirational Monday.
Okay.
Cool. Everybody says that Mondays are the horriblest day, and I feel like if we give inspirational
nice
that day, I think it's going to start off your week like, yeah, we can do this. So
is that something you're going to do live, or are you going to pre-record them?
Probably live.
Okay.
Cool. And let me just ask you guys, do you think Monday is the most horrible day of the week?
No.
Same.
No.
Yeah, me either. I love Mondays because it's like a fresh start. Like I feel like being like now that all of us, we're all here like self-employed. Yeah. I think I have a completely different outtake on Monday now than I used to. Today I was thinking to myself, well, like last week I did 146 listings. This week I only did 106. But tomorrow I get to start all over again and try and beat. You know what I mean? So it's like for me, it's like a fresh start. So I feel like that's a really great idea for people that have that horrible outlook on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a cool idea. So what would you say is the worst day of the week? Anybody who wants to answer.
Yeah, I'm leaving that all to you.
I want to say Saturdays.
Really? Why? Or if it's a personal reason, you have to say.
So much to do.
Yeah.
That it's like overwhelming. And
yes.
I'm like, oh my God, here comes Saturday.
Yeah, I agree. I think I am 100% with you on Saturday being the worst day as a reseller or being self-employed. I agree.
And it's not that it's worse. It's just the overwhelming of just like, we need to hurry. And there is no time. And we're like, yeah, we don't even get to eat sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Saturdays are normally the worst day for us because normally we have so much to do, and normally this weekend with the exception because we had the same problem you guys did. Sourcing was just there wasn't any real one place to go or two places to go that we knew we would turn or have a substantial amount of stuff, we kind of had to just bounce around. And those are sometimes those can be the best. Those can be really good, and those can be really awful. Where you go to like one thrift store and you pick up one thing, and then you go to another thrift store and you pick up one thing, and you go to another place and pick up one, and it just those are sometimes the worst. We got lucky. We think we did. We'll find out on Monday, but we got lucky at the first one we went to. But they're like our auctions were crap this weekend. Yeah. There wasn't really any like estate sales going on. There wasn't really any. Well, obviously garage sales because it was 10 degrees here, but there really wasn't anything to be had. And we had you guys. I think you said it on your live before this show that you guys had a similar issue.
Yeah, it was pretty dead, especially the flea market. Like, I guess you get used to it being pretty good or decent because she used to go and it wouldn't take like 40 minutes to park your car waiting for a spot. So I'm not used to even that, but to go and get out of the car and you can see all the way across the flea market out the other side. You know, like, well, there's not going to be much today, but we drove an hour to get here.
Yeah.
So you might as well get it. Did you end up finding anything that was worth it, or?
Yeah, we found some stuff there.
Yeah, and like I told him, I don't know if I should be excited or disappointed. Like it was just a mixed feeling. Like, yeah, we found some stuff, but it was like, I don't know. Like I told him, should I be excited or disappointed here? Because
there are times where, especially at flea markets, where like a slow day can be really good because there's not a lot of competition and maybe people are trying to unload things a little better. And, you know, maybe those rare things that normally get snatched up real early in the morning by somebody are there now. So I've had some interest. You know, we've had some days where we went to like an auction that was slow, or like a flea market that was slow, or even a garage sale that was slow, and we ended up with some really great stuff. But it can also go the other way, where you go and like there's nothing to be had. It's a bunch of, you know, expired stuff sellers and T-shirt sellers and political sign sellers and whatever, and then you're like, there you go.
Yeah.
No. Mark loses track. Every day is Saturday to him. Lewis is here. Hello, everyone. How's it going? I've noticed lately that Whatnot action figures starting prices on a lot of auctions are not eBay level. Not many low starts. Yeah. So I've noticed that too. And I've also noticed that the auctions that tend to start things high seem to do worse. So like an example of that is like the people that are like, I know this Cabbage Patch doll's worth $25, so I'm going to start it at $15, you know, or I'm going to start it at what I paid for it. And then not, you know, then try to go up from there. And most of the time that doesn't seem to work. But like if I took the same Cabbage Patch doll and I said, okay, starting at $1, you know, it would go for like $25, $30, whereas the guy that started it at 15, it only went for like 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I think the fever pitch gets people. And
like,
no, I want this. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
And it kind of drives that price.
Well, that's how I spent $45 on a Garfield t-shirt. And then I got it and I didn't even want it anymore. I hated myself so much when it got here that I put it on eBay. I was like, I'm going to keep this for myself. And then I got it and I was like, I hate myself. Why did I buy this?
I remember when she did it. She was going into Dollar General and she's like, I just spent $45 on a Garfield t-shirt. And I'm like, why?
I was like in the parking lot.
Is it worth like $200 or something? Because that would make sense. But why would you
like,
do that?
No, it's worth like $45.
Wow.
It's really cool though. It's like Garfield eating a hamburger. And then on the back of it, he's really fat because he ate the hamburger. It's really cute. It's from 1978.
So what are you going to sell on Whatnot? Are you going to sell? You're going to sell video games? Are you going to sell what do you? We're
going to start with video games.
Okay. You'll do well, I think. I feel like the video game resellers are probably one of them and the sneaker guys, the guys selling brand new unboxed Jordans. They seem to be the two ones that sell quite a bit.
I watched one that was comic books, and they were like blind bags. And they're like, well, you could get one of these. You could, and they just grabbed one off the wall, and it started at $1, and they were going for $500 a bag.
Wow.
And then they'd open it up and show you what you got, and then pull the next one. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like,
The best flip
those ones scare me because when I'm in there, I don't want to accidentally bump the button. You know what I mean? Like, I was in a Funko Pop one before this, and this Funko Pop was like up to $950, and I didn't want to even swipe up to get out of it because I'm like, what if I swipe up and hit the bid button and I buy $1,000 Funko Pop?
right.
Like, I get out of those ones like immediately.
You know, it's I think it's going to be a good tool. I think it's going to. I really do think it's going to change the way our business rolls. I just think that's the future. This is my opinion. Obviously, you probably agree with me because you do online auctions or you do YouTube auctions. So, Rosie says her bins are an hour away. I think I decided I'd rather go out every day for an hour or so than drive out for 5 or 6 hours on a once in a chance. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Fart Sack Jack's here. Says hello. What's up, folks? Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Jack. We've got. I've stopped following a lot of auctions as they are just too high starts now. Oh yeah. Star Wars Power of the Force figures started at $12, for example. I sell them at the flea market for $3. Those things are everywhere.
Yeah,
they are everywhere because we see them at our Goodwill. Shopgoodwill.com probably has 40 auctions going on with those things right now. They're everywhere. That must have been after Disney bought Star Wars. Ed's angry at Whatnot. Everyone's just saying hi to one another. So I don't know. What made you guys do the YouTube auctions? Like that's just something that you kind of came up with, or you just want to move things a little faster? Like what gave you the inspiration to do something like that?
I mean, we did our first interview with Cajun Roots reseller, and then Roy Horizon Picks reached out. Hey, you got cool stuff and you want to try an auction? And I was like, sure. So we did that, and then we went and did one with Callie, and then kind of hopped around doing auctions. And I was like, you know what? Like, let's try just doing this and see, because it's nothing bad about anybody, but you know how it is. Everyone has a schedule, so you kind of got to get into that. You got to find a spot and get in, and get that set in stone. So I was like, you know what? Let's just try doing one ourselves. And we have a weekly thing where we know we're going to do an auction, and that's why we started it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, I like it. I've watched it several times, and it's definitely a good idea. It's just now with Whatnot though, you're gonna be competing almost with yourself, which is gonna be kind of interesting.
Yeah, we actually on our auctions we don't sell that many games on our YouTube auction. Yeah, they don't seem to go very good. It's people looking for specific things like GameCube. That's the stuff that I'm not letting go of.
Everyone loves GameCube.
I see everything going on Whatnot. So like what was it? This last Thursday, I pulled out a tube of posters. I didn't even know what was in there. So ended up being stuff that might go on the auction, might go on eBay. I don't know yet, but you never know. That's why I would say you never know what we're going to bring to the auction.
Yeah. That's another thing I like about them is that you can kind of mix it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be one thing or another specific. If they tried to keep you into one category, that would be just ridiculous, I think. Yeah. That's personal opinion, but I like to be able to do the kind of toy auction on Monday and then do a clothing auction on Tuesday. It just kind of works. I will tell you this, though, at the beginning of it, be prepared to take some dives on a few things, because those first couple auctions, you kind of got to build that following, and that seems to be kind of the case with everybody. Rosie hates the grab bag shows. Video game auctions will do that, and one box will have something worth $200 and the rest will be worth nothing. Each blind bag will go for $75. She cringes when somebody opens up the box they spent $75 on, and it's sports game or Disney shows. See, I couldn't do that to somebody. Like, the only blind one we bid on was that one, the shirt guy that you watch all the time, the guy that sits on the floor. And I spent $40 and he had a stack and he just said, pick a number, pick a stack and then pick a number. But the key we're getting bots like crazy today.
Sister online.
Yeah. Okay. So, but
What?
like, I watched it for a good 10 or 15 minutes, and I noticed that like people were spending about $30 to $40 a shirt, and most of the shirts he was pulling out of that pile were worth $30 or $35 or $40. There was 2 in there that were worth 90 to 100. So it was like, okay, worst case scenario, I'm going to get the vast majority of my money back. And I think like if you're going to run a grab bag style thing, at least try and put decent stuff in there. Like I could never let someone spend like $10 on something I know you're not going to be able to resell for more than $5 or $6. Like that would just be awful to me. So, Christine likes the Whatnot variety shows. Yes, I do too. The wildest part of Whatnot's success, or even just the buzz of the success, is just doing the old school eBay makes me sad. Mark also stopped watching auctions when they spend 5 minutes trying to get a loose leg figure to stand up forever.
Yeah, I don't like that. And whenever they started at like a minute or 90 seconds, that's my attention. I cannot keep my attention that long. I want to buy a lot of stuff and I want to buy it quickly. If you get me in the spending mood, I don't want to sit there and wait 90 seconds. Let it run for 30 and then let people bid at the last second and let it do the soft close and let me be entertained.
Yeah, that is true. Because when you do a 1 minute auction on Whatnot, everybody waits till 30 seconds anyways to start bidding. And then the real bidding happens under 10 seconds and it just keeps kicking it back up, with the soft close. So the real bidding happens in those last 10 seconds. So having the minute, you just got 45 to 50 seconds pretty much wasted.
Yeah.
Just watching the clock tick down.
Right. And if you have 50 items, you're wasting a whole hour of your time and everyone else is watching it. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, that's right.
I want people to empty their pockets quickly.
Have you guys been through the app yet? Have you watched any auctions on Whatnot?
Yeah.
Have you watched any late night ones on Whatnot?
No, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Those are the most entertaining. We're still waiting on one from somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And you should have probably never bought it from him whenever you realized he had a karaoke microphone in his hand and was trying to rap. And he did the Running Man at one point. And all while holding a shirt. He was holding a shirt, rapping, and then he started dancing. Almost made Carrie destroy his computer.
We're good.
Yeah. So dude's holding a shirt, rapping with his karaoke mic. The mic is not going through his phone or anything. It's going through this little janky speaker off to the right. So he's rapping, holding this shirt, and then whenever the auction's over, which he realizes like 15 to 20 minutes after the auction is over.
Not 15 to 20 minutes, maybe
a
like
minute,
a couple
we'll say. He didn't even realize somebody won. And a minute later, he starts doing the Running Man with the shirt in his hand and then moves on to the next one. And for some reason, he hasn't shipped out Sarah's shirt yet. So
no, and it's been like 10 days, and I contacted Whatnot, and then they said I guess they are going to contact him or whatever. And I honestly think it's because he's mad.
He is mad about that one.
Yeah, because it was a 1977 like original vintage Led Zeppelin tour shirt, and I got it for $6. So I think he's mad. And when I won it, he was like rubbing it on his face.
Yes, he did.
What?
He went like this with it.
Yeah, and it was so weird. Like,
wow.
And his mouth is just.
And then after that, and like he ran another T-shirt, and then he laid on the floor and said he was bored and he didn't think he wanted to auction off any more shirts, and he was probably just going to quit.
Wow.
None of this is false. And I would show you the video, but I don't want to broadcast something that somebody else did. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's pretty bad. Rosie says we gatekeep floor guy. That's right. Yeah. Rachel hasn't watched her first Whatnot yet. So honey, I see your question. I'm going to get back to it. I will pay up on figures at the first one because the rest are $1 shipping, but man, show me the stuff, will you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sarah just spoke for an entire generation, and a marketing person knows that it's excellent intel. Attention span equals 30 seconds, and as a seller, you can take complete advantage of that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually ask everybody this question. Adam, can you go through your platforms and let us know which ones are your faves right now? So our platforms are eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and whatnot. And as my order would be eBay, Poshmark, whatnot, and Mercari in that order. That would be my favorite. And the reasoning behind that is eBay obviously is our favorite because where we sell the most. Poshmark has been great to us lately, and I love Poshmark shipping. And it doesn't seem like people complain about shipping on Poshmark because it's one price.
They know, yeah.
So it's $7.95. So people buy $10 shirts and spend $7.95 to ship it. And they don't complain about it at all, which is awesome. And then there's really no guesswork. It's going in a priority box or a priority bag, and it's going out. It's so simple. So I like Poshmark. And then Whatnot, obviously, I like because we're enjoying our time on it. And then Mercari is just kind of to me. They need to get some of their stuff ironed out. What about you guys? Do you guys sell on more than one platform other than, well, we know Whatnot already, but.
Yeah, we'll be starting the Whatnot up next week. But eBay is probably the biggest one, probably the favorite. It's not hard to use. Haven't really had any issues. eBay, a little bit of Mercari, and I stopped doing it because I didn't like list here and then go list over there, and so I just stuck with eBay. But eBay and Bonanza is pretty much what we have right now.
So you're a Bonanza user. So tell me about Bonanza, because I don't know.
Now what is
I don't know much about it.
I'm not making any money from them, but it couldn't be easier. So once you set it up, it links to your eBay. So when you list on eBay, it automatically puts it on Bonanza.
Oh.
And the pricing is a little bit different, but the fees are a little different, so it makes up for it. And when it sells on Bonanza, they pull it off your eBay for you. They end the listing.
Oh.
And then you'll just get a PayPal notification that somebody paid, and which obviously then well, it didn't come from eBay. So it had to come from over there, and you go and see who it was and print it and ship it like normal.
Huh. So do you sell a lot on Bonanza, or
I was going to say
not very much. Not very much. You can get a storefront and everything for it. We're just running the basic, the freebie account. I haven't kicked it up at all. You get more Google views on it and stuff like that. But
wow, I never heard of it until right this very second.
I've heard of it. Commonwealth sells on Bonanza.
That's how I found it.
Of course. First thing she looks for is a Cabbage Patch.
No, it came up as soon as I went on the website. It was like
they know who.
It was like
looking at the
for
website.
you,
Then.
hand-picked dolls. I'm like, how did you know?
They know exactly who's looking at that website right now. In fact, I was getting advertisements for hot peppers earlier today because we've been talking about the hot pepper bread. So now all of a sudden I'm looking through Facebook and they're like, spicy as pepper, and I'm like, oh, come on. Right?
It's crazy.
It's nuts. A lot when we were on. Or when Rachel Strickland was on our show, we were talking about vegan food and stuff like that. And for a month after we had her on the show, it was just vegan food advertisements for ever. And I'm like, I'm going to just take my phone and put it somewhere else during these lives so that I don't get.
You just have to turn off the microphone access.
Yeah, sure you do.
You do.
I don't feel like it works. There's Mark's breakdown: 80% eBay, 15% Etsy, and 5% hit postcards. Faves in that order. Rosie's is a month ago. eBay would be higher than Mercari, but Mercari has popped off for me in the last month. So Posh, Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace, I don't even consider.
We don't
Marketplace
do it anymore.
So we just took it all off of Facebook. Bonanza is a little slow for Mark. Bonanza's good at pushing things in the Google algorithm. I think a lot of sales come from Google searches. So that's interesting.
Okay.
So you said you could pay for a better store in Bonanza that would push you up into the...
It actually has your own website name and the whole works. I just haven't done it yet. I'm just using their standard one. It didn't take long to set up, and for me, the fact that I don't have to pull anything off of one or the other and it automatically lists, I don't even have to refresh anything. That's what did it for me.
Oh, so it gives you a web address and everything?
Yeah, if you I think it's like $25 a month, so almost
Oh.
a little more than eBay, but you get the same thing. You get your own like website and the whole works.
Is it .bonanza.com or is it like a full website?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm on it right now.
pulled that tab out earlier to set this up.
Well, no, the only reason I was asking is because I was searching through. I randomly look through Marketplace for like lots of things, and there's like I was looking for action figures, and there was like these ads that was like rareactionfigures.com or whatever, this action figure, and I'm like, are there really this many people selling action figures on their own website? Like, is this something we should be considering doing? Because I just, the only reason I've never set up like a reselling website, because people have told me, set up your own website, get rid of the eBay middleman and this, and I'm like, it's not going to work the way you think. Like, it's not set up a website and people are just like, Google search action figures and I'm number one sitting, it's not going to work that way. So I'm like, people aren't, I'm not going to drive traffic to a website that nobody can find.
Yeah.
Whereas eBay, everybody knows, hey, I'm looking for, a really rare Star Wars poster or something, or I'm looking for a pair of Nike shoes or whatever. They know. Or Google has it on their shopping. I just don't know how I would ever. But if Bonanza does something like that, that's a totally different story, because then you got the Google search being driven and you have a website. But
yeah, I'm going to do some more. I'll keep you posted on it. I got to do some more research on it before I bite the full bullet and do it. It's just, for me, the ease of use of, I just got it set up, get the payment set up with PayPal, and like, I think it was on the 2nd or the 3rd of the year, I pulled our whole store of eBay off and relisted everything. Wow. And it automatically put everything back on Bonanza.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, and then so you don't have to delist it or anything. It just pops it off all for you.
It does all of it for you.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Rosie hates eBay because of returns. I saw
Rosie
your
hates
Instagram
eBay.
story. Unfortunately, that does happen. But I also love it because I have higher dollar sales, and it's a double-edged sword. It is true.
Yeah.
When all sites sync takes a crap one day, it'll be bad for defects, canceled order, but great for YouTube videos. That's true.
Yep.
It's very true. Yeah. Mark seems to be very nervous about these kind of things happening. I'm not. But he worked in the tech industry, so maybe I should be nervous. I don't know. It's just... So, there was another question I wanted to ask you, but I can't remember what it was now. I had it 4 seconds ago, and then it just went right out of my head. So, Anna, what about you? Do you have a favorite platform? Do you like selling on eBay more than
Same
anyone?
thing.
Same thing.
Except mine is like one more, farmer's market.
What do you guys? There it is. That was the question. So, video games would be the easy answer. So please don't use the video game answer unless it really truly is. But what is your favorite thing to sell online? Because like, we like certain things, but like Sarah doesn't necessarily like selling Cabbage Patches more than she does sell Cabbage Patches.
I mean, I love them. I just don't want them to leave, but I have to.
I think for me, it's going to be the banana bread.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
I don't. I'm looking around. I'm like, it's not the games, because when they go, I'm like, okay, I've got an empty spot. I got to put more out. Like, I got to try to reorganize them or whatever. So,
right.
I don't know. I guess just not really odd stuff. I don't even know how to. I'm sitting here. That's why I made her go first. Like, I know how to answer. It doesn't have to. The easy stuff is like sealed stuff.
Yeah.
It's great because you scan the barcode.
Yep.
And you're almost done. But stuff I like listing stuff that we find. If the weirder it is or the older, the better. Like the Raiders poster.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So I like listing stuff like this. It has a little bit of history behind it rather than the games by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I've learned more about weird and like things that I would never in my lifetime think I would learn about because of doing this. Like, there are things that I didn't know what the numbers meant on Levi's jeans ever. Like, I just assumed they were, just arbitrary numbers that they assigned to things. But there's actually a system behind. Like, I know Levi's 569s are their baggy, loose fit jeans. Like, never in my life did I think that would be a fact that I would ever know. Or I didn't know there was a difference between double stitch and single stitch on a shirt. Like, I didn't even know that there was a single stitch. I didn't actually, I take that back. I didn't know there was a double stitch. I just had naturally assumed there was one stitch holding this piece of fabric to this piece of fabric.
Right.
So like, there's just random stuff that like you learn from being in this business that you just thought, like, I know I can authenticate, thanks to Rachel Strickland, a Coach purse. Who would ever thought I'd be able to do that? Like, I mean, but that's one of the cool things about our business is that we learn stuff about different parts of society and different things that people like and so forth without even knowing. Like, we know Squishmallows an awful lot now, thanks to Jimmy. And who would ever thought that would have been something that we would have ever gotten into? So, it's a strange business we're in. So I do have to ask though. So the name Rampage, I know where it came from, but do you want to tell everybody where it came from? Because I have a feeling you might.
I don't have that picture brought up on my phone. So I have a Dodge Rampage pickup, and that's pretty much where it came from. That's the outline of it. They didn't make a whole lot of them, and she hates it.
Why do you hate it?
Yeah, why do you?
That buys me the time to find the picture. See?
There you go. I got to know now.
Because it feels like a roller coaster. So it's that first dive when you're expecting that's going to go down. That's how it feels.
Oh.
He just drives crazy. That's another
Is
thing.
it really bouncy?
It's not
fast.
Me so much as the truck. The truck almost has a mind of its own.
Sure it does.
Once
It has nothing to do with your
quarter throttle. It just hold on with both hands. Like,
it's a very fast truck. And I have a feeling that it might have a little to do with your right foot more than it does with the truck.
The truck weighs about 1,900 pounds.
Yeah.
It's about 300 horsepower with a turbo strapped on it. So let's see if it'll stay.
Nice.
So that's it, sitting by the house.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
It it's fast. The speedometer goes to 85, and I've had it all the way back around to 35. So,
and you told Anna, look, we're only doing 35 miles an hour. It's fine.
When we had first started dating, I was like, yeah, I got this truck. She's like, okay, let's go. I'll go for a ride. And we made it down an on ramp, and we couldn't get off the next off ramp fast enough to go back. She's like, we hit the bottom, and she's like, you can take me back now. That was it.
How did you two meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Go, honey.
If it's too personal, you don't have to talk about it.
Because I get to brag afterwards.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, about that thing?
Yeah.
We both worked at a casino together.
Oh, nice.
And you're going to... So, do you remember the Hostess donuts with the raspberry filling, the white powder ones?
Yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Look at me. Do you think I remember those Hostess donuts?
So she had taken one to work. Well, at first it was, you can sit over here, I won't bite. You wanted me to tell the story, so that's what you get. And then, she had one of those donuts and we shared it for lunch. Because growing up, we didn't have like a normal lunch. I think like most people probably had. It was like, here, have some Hostess. That's your lunch when we weren't at school.
Right.
So that's what I grew up was eating. Like, that was my favorite donut, and that was her favorite donut too. I was like, wow. I didn't even know they made these anymore. Last time I looked, they were gone. So she had found them again. So it was, come sit over here. I won't bite, and then
have a donut with me.
So
that morning, I found them at Walmart, and they're really hard to find. But I found one, and when I saw him, I was like, "Here, just come and sit down." I don't bite, just trying to start a friendly conversation. It wasn't nothing out of the.
That's so cute.
Sure.
But
Here, I have donuts,
donuts.
little man. Come on over here, little boy. I have donuts.
But I pull out the donut, and I apparently, he used to eat it when he was a kid, but then it gets better. Okay, so after
No, it gets better. Rachel was a little premature on the hug.
So he was like, "Oh, nobody ever beats me." Like,
I
I've
used
never-
to race. Have you know what I mean? I don't know how far deep into that we can
Keep
get.
going.
I had a heavy
Keep
foot.
keep it in the PG realm if you can.
No,
it's not.
I had a heavy foot, so
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'd be like, oh, this guy's car is definitely not as fast as mine, and if it was in the middle of nowhere, we'd have a go at it,
yeah. No, I get you.
right?
I used to do it.
So her thing, I was like, yeah, I've never been, I haven't been beaten in a long time, and I've never been beat by a girl, so. We'll long story short it real quick, and then we'll detail it. But I got stuck in a turning lane, and she wouldn't let me back over. So at that point, she was able to get ahead of me, and she won. Like, she got to the next car and then slowed down, so I couldn't get around.
Oh, smart.
Nice.
That was it. She calls it the no-no.
Blocked.
There you go.
So,
That was good.
and then it's now I've been beat by a girl. Twice actually, because
Yeah, twice.
there tonight. You see that? Yeah.
That's right. There you go.
I have no after effects. Well, my mouth is like fine. It's like I never ate it. My stomach, however, though, my stomach feels warm.
Oh,
Right.
that
It's
could be bad.
probably the tomato sauce and
Like,
the
yeah,
milk. And,
it's like very weird. It's like like when you take like a shot of liquor, like that warm feeling you get.
yep.
It's like that, but it's milder and it's in my stomach.
So, if you were to market this bear, do you have names? Like, do you have maybe the top 5 names you'd call the bear, or are you just taking votes on it?
I'm just taking notes for right now.
Got it.
The trial.
She likes the hot loaf challenge.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
It is a loaf of hot bear, and then later.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something.
Tomorrow's gonna be bad, I'm sure.
We'll update you.
No, we don't have to get into detail.
No pictures will be on
No
Instagram
pictures
of any of this.
I mean, I honestly, I was a little worried about the mixture of the bread, milk, and V8 all together.
Yeah, I'd be worried about that too.
Yeah,
but
Milk and tomato, but
No.
then I was thinking to myself, when you make tomato soup, some people put milk in it, don't they?
yes.
Like creamy tomato soup. So
Okay.
it's just like I'm making tomato soup in my stomach. It's no big deal.
When I used to bartend, there's many shots that you make to prank kids that are freshly 21. One of them is called a cement mixer, and it is Bailey's Irish cream and
Oh, God.
lime juice. So acidity and cream together.
It's curdling.
When you mix them, they'll layer on top of one another. And then when you mix them, as soon as you shoot it, it just turns to this paste because it curdles.
Oh.
That might be a problem for you later.
No, it didn't automatically turn to paste, and I wasn't drinking it to mix together.
Immediately it turned to paste in your mouth.
Well,
It was
not.
It was a prank. It was a prank shot that people would buy their friend that just turned 21, who's never been to the bar, has no idea what it is, and is literally just drinking anything that people are giving because he's so happy to be there because he's 21 finally. So people will order them, or they'll order, hey, make something for my buddy. He just turned 21. That's kind of funny. And we would make this for them. And it never really had the desired effect because everyone's like, oh, he's going to puke. And then no one ever did. But it was weird because they'd shoot it and they go, what is this? Because now everything just turned to this kind of paste in their mouth. But that's what acidity and cream together typically do. Just my 2 cents.
I mean, I'm fine.
See, Susan's with you guys.
For
Her
now.
husband used to bring up her donuts at work as a way to spend time with me. So you're not.
You never brought me donuts.
And
What the hell?
I have a theory. I think Anna knew exactly what she was doing with that donut. She was
No, not really.
she had him in the crosshairs the whole time, and she's like,
Yep.
She knows. I mean, there is a surefire way to a man's heart, and it always goes through his stomach. I'm just saying.
With raspberry filled donuts.
With raspberry.
It's always donuts.
Sarah, Rachel feels bad for you tomorrow.
I'll be okay.
Mark says, "Turn the snowman on."
That snowman is in the basement now. I just want to show you guys real quick. You were talking about, like a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. When Adam and I first started going out for our first anniversary, I made him this Reese's cake. Can you see it? It's all Reese's. It's it's like taped on to boxes, and I put a bow on the top. So it's like Reese's cups, Reese's pieces, Reese's everything, and I made it into a cake.
True.
And he loved it.
And it took me, just so you know, it did take quite a while to get through all of that. It didn't happen in a night or two. That would make me incredibly sick. But I could have done it, but I would be very sick. Sicker than Sarah is going to be tomorrow. So
I'm not going to be sick. I'm fine.
All right. Well,
good luck with that.
I think I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I eat Vindaloo all the time, so I'm used to the after effects of what will happen to me. So I think it's going to be okay.
That is accurate. She does. So, all right. Well, we've been at it for an hour and 51 minutes, so we're going to get wrapped up here. Tell us what's coming up on both your channels, since we got 2 channels in the house, and what you got, something new, maybe a new video coming up. I'm going to throw, this is Anna's link to AKA Bread Company right here. New channel. So you're just starting out. So there's no videos as of yet, but there will be soon. So if you guys go ahead over, give her a subscribe, for some new content coming up about bread and the new, well, I imagine there'll be some restaurant stuff in there if that gets going and all kinds of stuff. So, hop on over there and give her a subscribe and tell her we sent you. But yeah, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Yours
first.
Yours.
Mine first. Okay. So I'm gonna start doing my inspirational Mondays and just like cooking stuff. So cooking videos and maybe the recipe to the banana bread. Maybe. But I don't know. That will be a mystery.
I think you should keep that a mystery. There's also Anna's Instagram, AKA Bread Company on Instagram. Yeah. So jump on over and follow on that as well. And then, sorry. So I got a little distracted there. So yeah, Gary, what do you got coming up in the future here on your channel?
We've got Time Out for Tuesday, which is going to run probably a little early this week because we have that onboarding to do. Other than that, we've got Thrifty Thursdays at 5:00 my time, which is 7:00 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And there's never any telling what kind of shenanigans we're going to have. Or we try to keep it fun during the auction, not too super serious. And we have everything from like vintage posters to you name it. We'll have it. Jimmy will be there. And then next Sunday we have the show with Jimmy, Picking Shenanigans at 7:00 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Sunday on his channel.
There you go. Those are all live. Those are all live shows.
Yeah. Nothing pre-recorded right now. I still have one brought up on the other screen from like 3 months ago. I just haven't finished it yet.
Okay. Well, there you go. Gary, Rampage Reseller channel is also in the chat now, so jump on over, give it a little subscribe, and of course, tell them we sent you. And then, that's about it.
And don't forget to hit the thumbs up for these guys right here.
Yeah, sure. Or thumbs down.
There we go. That big thumbs up.
You can hit the thumbs down if you want to.
My stomach still feels warm.
Hit the thumbs up for Sarah for her stomach. That's what you got to do.
Definitely.
Mark has a question for you, Sarah. What does Sarah have coming up?
That's a joke.
I know. I get the joke.
Meaning vomit.
Meaning that after
But
you get
no.
off this, you're going to be heading for the throne.
We're going on a little mini vacation on Thursday, so we're not going to be live
I was
until
gonna cover
Sunday.
that. Put this in
Oh, well, he asked. Fine, Adam. Go ahead, cover our vacation.
All right. Well, this is a bear. Thank you, Nicole, for the thumbs up. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
So coming up on our channel, this coming Thursday, she is correct. We will not be here. So dry your eyes. There will be no live on Thursday, but I will be live the day before on Mike's channel.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Ed and Mike will be live on Wednesday, the day before. So if you absolutely have to have your Pittsburgh Picker fix, jump on over there at 9:00 p.m. I'll be on there. This coming Monday, we do have a Whatnot auction. It's all plush all day. So it's just piles and piles
It's
of
not
plush.
all day.
No. Starting at 7:30, we're going to do a plush
Tomorrow.
auction on Monday, tomorrow, and then Tuesday is our vintage clothing, vintage T-shirt, clothes auction, and then we'll be back before Sunday, so we will be live again Sunday with me and Sarah on Pittsburgh Picker Live. So, and then this coming Monday also, I'll be doing a video a little different. I'm gonna do a little walkthrough with you guys on Vendu and why we use it as our cross-listing program of choice. So I know we've gotten some questions on why we chose this program and why we like it so much. So I'm going to show you kind of how it works, and maybe those of you that are thinking about getting a cross-listing program, give you something to compare. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's a little different on Monday. So we got some more comments before we get out of. Sarah, you'll be fine. Creamy, spicy tomato sauce is the base of much of Indian food, and you like Indian food. Maybe you should eat a couple cold cucumbers. It will help tomorrow.
That's a good idea, but we don't have any cucumbers.
Rachel's sad. Rachel's sad, and Nicole wants the link to the whatnot. I think I can do that. Well, their website is not very computer friendly, Nicole. So if it takes me a minute. I apologize.
Yeah, I never actually used them like Whatnot actually on the computer.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It really doesn't work very well on the computer. Nicole, unfortunately, no. There is. Well,
but if she just goes and searches for Pittsburgh Picker.
Yeah, if you go and search for Pittsburgh Picker and then give us a follow, Pittsburgh Picker, all one word, because the computer version of this doesn't allow me to copy and paste. But yeah, if you go and search Pittsburgh Picker on Whatnot. And Gary, when you said, do you have an idea of when maybe your first auction is going to be coming?
Because it asked me just to get signed up for that onboarding when I wanted the first one to be. Mm-hmm. So it should be this coming Friday at 5 p.m. my time.
Cool. Are you under Rampage Reseller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, check Gary out at too. First auction is going to be primarily games, so video games. Yep. So check that out.
Cool.
That'll be a good one. So, all right, guys. And that's about it.
Thank you for sending the bread. It was very good and interesting. The head was bad. Every other part of it was good, and hopefully will live tomorrow.
Don't make it.
All right, guys. We will see you live Sunday. That will be our next live show with me and Sarah. So until next time.
Bye,
everybody.
Good day, sir.